Thank you, Solomon Seranja. The judiciary continues to have a huge case backlog running into thousands and thousands of cases. A number of reforms have been introduced and the Uganda law reform is mooting others to help stem back the numbers. But will it work? Well, on NTV Take 5 tonight, human rights lawyer Nicholas Opio joins the discussion. You're free to join the conversation as well on Facebook, Twitter and SMS. Our hashtag is NTV Take 5. Our Facebook page, that's NTV Uganda fan page. SMS number is 6565. Remember to begin with Take 5, or better still, send us an email on take5@ntvuganda.co.ug. Welcome, Nicholas.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You are certainly part of the NTV family.
Good to be home.
All right. The Uganda Law Reform Commission is suggesting plea bargaining into our judicial system. Do you think this will be effective in helping reduce the case backlog?
Well, first of all, I think we have to admit that the criminal justice system is an ailing system. It's a system that is prone to so many difficulties. And therefore, attempts such as this are desperate attempts really in themselves to address the serious problem of backlog in the criminal justice system. I mean, Uganda is a country in which 54% of every prison population in this country is on a remand period.
That's absurd.
They haven't been convicted. They are simply awaiting trials. And that some of them have spent more years on remand than the sentences for the offenses for which they are being accused. That's a serious problem.
Absolutely.
So the criminal justice system is itself not providing justice. There's delayed trials, overcrowding in prisons. In my own view, the premise of this problem is a police philosophy of arresting before investigations. And as a result, you then choke the criminal justice system. The courts are simply accomplices to this injustice by allowing prosecutors to make the lame excuse of investigations incomplete or the matter is being investigated.
While the suspects are
suspects are being remanded. Essentially, charges have been drawn and sanctioned on the basis of evidence they don't have. That is the cause of the serious problems in the criminal justice system. Now, several initiatives have been suggested to address that problem. And I think that these initiatives are welcome initiatives. You had the small claims court. You now have the plea bargaining. These are useful measures that will go a long way in mitigating, not resolving the structural problem of the criminal justice system.
In layman's English or terms, just explain to us how the plea bargaining system works.
Well, a plea bargaining system is a system in which a suspect would plead guilty to a charge against them if they think the evidence against them is overwhelming, or if they think they can get a lesser sentence. So they simply plead guilty and negotiate a lesser sentence than they would have otherwise got if they are tried by the court in a full trial. But also, a suspect can plead to a lesser offense than the offense for which they are being charged in return for a lesser sentence, and it saves time and saves the court the process of going through a trial, of adducing evidence, of getting witnesses and having a full trial. And
subsequently avoids overpopulation in the prisons because suspects are waiting for their cases to be heard.
I think that's the point that has to be made, that our clamor for resolving the problem of the criminal justice system should not defeat the purpose of the criminal justice system, which is the two pillars of due process and a fair trial and fair hearing. I think there should not be a system that will encourage people to circumvent the criminal justice process in return for lesser sentences and avoid the full extent of the actions. I think that we've got to craft this system in a way that will provide this kind of safeguards. If these safeguards are made, then the problem of overcrowding will somewhat be resolved.
You mentioned that plea bargaining will help to mitigate and not necessarily resolve. How serious is the problem of case backlog?
No, it's extremely serious, especially for criminal cases. I mentioned that 54% of the prison population in this country are on pre-trial detention. It essentially means that they have not been tried. They are simply waiting for trials. Others have spent more than 5 years on remand. There's a problem of overcrowding in prisons. The prisons have become the gutter for the vagaries of the criminal justice system. So the problem is actually serious. It's even compounded by the fact that the courts seem to operate with the mindset of trial by sessions. Essentially, trial by sessions means that if we get money to convene a session, we will then hear your case. Judges and magistrates are very efficient and very swift when trials are being done in sessions. And yet, in the ordinary trials of a case, without a session, they are very slow. So the problem is compounded by that systemic problem of trial by sessions, especially by the High Courts, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. Thirdly, I think that the problems of overcrowding cannot necessarily be resolved, of backlog cannot necessarily be resolved only by a plea bargaining system or some kind of bargaining. I think that there are structural and systemic problems in the criminal justice system that we've got to address if you are to address the question of overcrowding. Take, for example, number of judges across this country. We have never had a fully constituted High Court for the last, I don't know how many years. We don't have a fully constituted Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. In essence, there are still vacancies in these positions, denying many people a chance to get their day in court because the judges and magistrates are simply overwhelmed. But more importantly, you cannot address the problem of the court without addressing the problem of the prosecutorial arm of the criminal justice system. Let's not forget there are prosecutors in this country who have heaps and heaps of files to peruse through, to prosecute. You need to resolve that problem as well. Motivate the prosecutors, motivate them, make them have the numbers, the resources they require, but also go down to the police because they're the ones who begin a criminal justice process, investigations. Equip the police to be able to investigate, but change the mentality of arresting before investigations. Arrest must be exceptions, not the rule.
Well, we must appreciate that the plea bargaining system is a step in the right direction.
It is definitely a useful thing to have in the criminal justice system. I think that people like the Honorable Principal Judge who have spearheaded this kind of reforms deserve a pat on the back. But as I said, it is not a panacea to the problem of overcrowding.
Absolutely not. All right. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for coming to speak to us about the issue of case backlog and some of the reforms that are being mooted by the Uganda law reform. We'll now move on. Oh, that was NTV Take 5. Thanks for watching.